Candidate number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, Clint Harvey Peralta and Miss Furly Ann Aul. Ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 2. Candidate number 3. Candidate number 3 male, Mr. Orlando Villen. Candidate number 4 female, number 3 rather, Miss Samantha Rose Calonge. Ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 3. Candidate number 4. Candidate number 4 male is Mr. Morrison Imingan. Candidate number 4 female, Miss Vanessa Bolasok. Ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 4. Candidate number 5. Candidate number 5 male is Mr. Leandro J. Manaa. Candidate number 5 female, Miss Leia Muyaw. Ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 5. Candidate number 6. Candidate number 6 male is Mr. Reuben Gindalos. Candidate number 6 female, Miss Jerdly Bayuga. Ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 6. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, those are the candidates for the search of Mr. and Miss Slea. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, the talent were judged. Ang next natin ay ang ating question and answer. They were judged by relevance of answer, 20%, stage presence, 10%, fluency and spontaneity, 10%. That's the criteria for the question and answer. To begin, may you please call all the females for the question and answer. To begin, may I please call Miss Aymari Boadilla. Good afternoon, Miss Aymari. So, anong feeling natin today?
I was so nervous.
Okay, nervous po si Miss Aymari Boadilla. Okay, Miss Aymari, this is your question. Can you pick? Ladies and gentlemen, the question of Miss Imery is, what do you think is the main causes of early teenage pregnancy? I repeat, what do you think is the main causes of early teenage pregnancy? Miss Imery?
Thank you for that very wonderful question, sir. I believe that early teenage pregnancy begins with the rebellion of a kid and with the lack of attention of the parents given to them. Why? Because if parents lack their attention to their kids, especially to females who are very much emotional these days, they might do some rebellion and such that they will be asking attention, or they will be asking attention from the boys, and thus it may cause to the early pregnancy. Thank you.
Very well said. Thank you so much, candidate number 1. Next, candidate number 2, Miss Furley Ann Ahul. This is your mic.
Thank you, sir.
So, anong nararamdaman natin ngayon?
I was so nervous, sir.
Nervous din po si
Yes.
Miss Furley Ann. Okay? Para matapos ang iyong nervyos, pick your question.
Oh, God. Oh, Father.
Ladies and gentlemen, the question of candidate number 2 is, are you in favor of Catholics' point of view of condemning homosexuality? Why? I repeat, are you in favor of Catholics' point of view of condemning homosexuality?
Can I have
Why?
a question, sir? I'm not in favor of the Catholics' points of view of condemning homosexuality. Why? Because we are human with feelings. And if we love a man or a woman, we should fight for it because we love them. That's all. Thank you.
Wow! Thank you so much, candidate number 2. Our next candidate is Miss Samantha Rose Calonghe. Miss Samantha Rose, pick your question. Mahirap to, ha? Ayusin. Candidate number 3, your question is, as a criminology student, what solutions can you offer to discourage the rise of the gang violence? I repeat, as a criminology student, what solutions can you offer to discourage the rise of the gang violence?
Once again, good afternoon to everyone. I can discourage the gang violence that is happening in our community by simply doing my part and leading them not to join the gangs.
Wow, thank you so much. Candidate number 3, Miss Samantha Rose Calonghe. Okay. Next is Miss Vanessa Bolasok, candidate number 4. This is your mic. Candidate number 4, pick your question. What is the evidence? Candidate number 4, your question is, why do you think premarital sex is practiced by young people? I repeat, why do you think premarital sex is practiced by young people?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The question intended for me is, what do you think is the premarital sex involved? For me, it is the curiosity of a person or maybe lack of discipline of women that involve in the society. It is the problem which is the main root cause of the community which menacing the life of individual. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, candidate number 4. Next is candidate number 5, Miss Leia Muyao. Pick your question. Miss Muyao, your question is, do you agree to America's intervention regarding the dispute between China and Philippines over Spratly Islands? Why? I repeat, do you agree to America's intervention regarding the dispute between China and Philippines over Spratly Islands? Why?
Before answering that question, I would like to greet all my fans and all the faculties and staffs of School of Law Enforcement Administration and also to our judges. For me, I do not agree with the intervention of America to the dispute between China and America, because I also believe that we have also our own government. But if because it's already annoying to me on my part that we keep on leaning on other country, we keep on asking for help when in fact we can do it, diba? And that's all, and I thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, candidate number 5. And next, the last but not the least, candidate number 6, Miss Jodly Bayuga. Good afternoon. This is your mic. Pick your question. Candidate number 6, your question is, what is your personal opinion about same-sex marriage conducted here in the city? I repeat, what is your personal opinion about same-sex marriage conducted here in the city?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My own opinion to that sex marriage is that
your question is, what is your personal opinion of the same-sex marriage conducted here in the city?
my own opinion is that with
Are you in favor or you disagree?
I'm disagree because not only love and marriage will love. If you love the person, pursue.
Thank you so much, candidate number 6. Ladies and gentlemen, the female for the search of Miss Terwin Miss Slea. You may now proceed to the backstage. Next, ladies and gentlemen, is the males. May I please call all the males? Good afternoon to each and everyone. To start, may I please call on candidate number 1, Mr. Kevin Chumakog. Here's your mic. Pick your question. Candidate number 1, your question is, as a law enforcer, would you enforce anti-trafficking laws to high government officials who may commit the same? Why? I repeat. As a law enforcer, would you enforce anti-trafficking laws to high government officials who may commit the same? Why?
Yes, I will enforce the anti-trafficking because it says in the revised penal code, book 1, that the anti-trafficking applies to all of us. That's all. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, candidate number 1. Next, candidate number 2, Mr. Clint Harvey Peralta. Here's your mic. Candidate number 2, pick your question. Candidate number 2, your question is, do you agree in the legalization of divorce in the Philippines? Why?
Before I answer that nice question, I want to greet all of you a nice and safe afternoon. I do not agree in the legalization of divorce here in the Philippines because too many children to be rebelled or discouraged in their schools because of the legalization of their parents or divorce here in the Philippines. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, candidate number 2. Next is candidate number 3, Mr. Orlando Villena. Pick your question. Candidate number 3, your question is, are you amenable to the reproductive health bill? Why? I repeat. Are you amenable to the reproductive health bill? Why?
Yes, because today we are one of the biggest one of the biggest populations in the world. That's why I agree for this to minimize our populations here in the Philippines. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, candidate number 3. Okay. Candidate number 4, please, Mr. Morrison Imingan. Here's your mic. Mr. Imingan, pick your question. Candidate number 4, your question is Republic Act number 9211 or Tobacco Regulation Act wherein it prohibits smoking in the public a solution to the increasing problem on smoking? Why? I repeat, is Republic Act number 9211 or Tobacco Regulation Act wherein it prohibits smoking in the public a solution to the increasing problem on smoking? Why?
Yes, it is because when you smoke in the public places, you will affect the public. You will affect the children. And according to the scientific study, second-hand smoking is worse than first-hand smoking. Thank you.
Thank you so much, candidate number 4. Next is candidate number 5, Mr. Leandro J. Manaa. This is your mic. Pick your question. Sa gilid. Candidate number 5, your question is, why do you think gang violence is imminent in the city? I repeat, why do you think gang violence is imminent in the city?
Thank you for that very nice question. And I would say that I would prefer...
Your question is, why do you think gang violence is imminent in the city?
Gang is imminent to our city because they are not united and they are always conflicting with each other. That's why here in our city, many or almost of them are imminent. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, candidate number 5. Last but not the least, candidate number 6, Mr. Reuben Gindalos. Here's your mic. Pick your question. Candidate number 6, your question is, if you are the chief of police, what would be your priority program to fight wetting in the city? I repeat, if you are the chief of police, what would be your priority program to fight wetting in the city?
Before I answer that, hello! Are you enjoying? Okay, thank you. As a chief of the police of the city, I make a program. In 3 days, we should conduct a raid in any place here in the city who conduct wetting. Mandatory. Thank you.
Thank you so much, candidates. You may now proceed at the backstage. Okay, so that's our question and answer. So, ngayon nalaman nyo na ang mga brains ng ating mga candidates who would be the Mr. and Miss Slea. Sino ba? Candidate number 5 daw para sa mga babae. Candidate number 2. Oh, candidate number 6. Candidate number 7, kung meron. Okay. So, lahat nga tayo may sari-sariling opinion kung sino ang magiging Mr. and Miss Slea. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will be having another intermission number. Let's welcome Miss Elvie Balaybay. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jeric Podaan.
It's amazing how you can speak right through my heart. Without saying a word, you can wrap the crowd. Try as I may, I could never explain what I hear when you don't say a thing. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me if ever I fall. You say it best when you say nothing at all. All day long I can hear people talking out loud.